How have they developed so far?
Yeah, they're coming along. They're coming along. It's a process, man. Those guys, all they've done is stuck their head down and just put in the work and just keep grinding on a day-to-day basis. Opportunity to be there with JT being out. I thought those guys made some plays, but we didn't do enough to win games. I thought we left some plays out on the field, but the way we respond, all I know how to do is just get back to work and get back to chopping wood and understanding that we get another opportunity to showcase our talent. So just been pushing those guys every day, just working on their craft. We're getting better each and every day they step out here.
Yeah, with JT out last week, McLean had those 7 receptions. Just what did you see from him, and how sustainable do you think it is moving forward?
I hope it's sustainable, right? You kind of want the consistency to be there, from all the guys. So I don't know what he did. I said, whatever you did last week, I know his mom came in town and made some good dinners and stuff like that. I said, man, maybe moms need to stay up here the whole time, But all those guys, man, it's good to see their progress, man. For me, like you guys, it's different because I'm with them every day. So just the habits that they're learning each and every day, the work ethic that they're learning each and every day. So to finally see it pay off in game time situation, man, it's just a testament to those guys that's buying into everything that we're selling. Way too many drops last week. We had 5 drops collectively as a group. And just today I'm harping on it, man. We got to be elite pass catchers. We catch those 5 balls, maybe that game's a different outcome. That's something as a coach that I can't do. I can't catch the ball. It's totally out of my control. But I'm a stickler on it, man. 5 drops total as a group is not good enough. It's below average for me, below our standards. So understanding pushing in to catch balls. Starting practice off, man. I want at least a couple hundred balls a day. You need to be catching balls out here. And sometimes, when you're having success, you kind of let off your work habits and stuff. And sometimes I had to call a couple guys out because I thought they were feeling themselves a little bit. And it's easy, social media and stuff like that. And everybody telling you how great you are. Just having a pro mindset, just the vision of just keep getting better each and every day. Don't worry about what outside people are saying. Coach Cowher once told me, man, you're not as good as you think you are, but you're not as bad as they say you are. So, it just keeps you even keel. So, but the progress that I've seen from Malik and Jaron and all of our guys, man, it kind of got a big smile on my face because where they first started and to who they become today, they're not only better football players, but they're better men. So just trying to teach them doing the little things the right way each and every day, coming out here and constantly trying to be the best version of themselves. So that's what I'm encouraged about as a football coach.
When Sam was out last time against Utah, there was some times between Jeff and some of the receivers that felt like there was a lack of rhythm there just because of the chemistry, especially some of the deeper passes. Yeah. How do you feel like the practices have been this weekend, Jeff, and the rhythm?
Well, it's about getting reps at practice, too. It's always hard for the backup if he never gets that opportunity and get the reps that he needs during the week. Just the timing, because they throw different styles of ball. And I think for Jeff, everybody run different routes. Their routes running are different. So just trying to be on the same page with them. But I think Jeff taking majority of the reps this week, man, really getting, putting in overtime and getting an understanding of how guys run their routes and where they're going to be. And hopefully, I thought Jeff did an awesome job coming in, filling in, and doing what he could to drive the ball down the field. But we're going to need more of that. We're going to have to make plays. And I told our receivers, every ball's not going to be perfect. You're going to have to be a playmaker and make plays for the quarterback. That is our job on this team, is to be playmakers. And when things aren't going well, somebody has to respond out of that room. So just always pushing them and striving them to be the playmakers that I think they can be.
And then we just saw Cam Dyer, the QB number 2, passing with Jalen Moss a second ago. And obviously he came back this last week and had a pretty
Yeah, everybody's trying to get on the same page. And I tell those guys all the time, man, it's not just you out here throwing the ball by yourself. Sure, it's fun. But it's not just out here you throwing the ball, just pitch and catch with your teammates. You got to get with the quarterbacks. So it's encouraging to see, like, if you ever watch us during TV timeouts, that the guys are out there with the quarterbacks getting on the same page. I tell them all the time, man, go out there and catch as much as possible. So when you get on the football field, that ain't the first time you've already caught balls with them. Stay ready, so you have to get ready. You're already ready during the TV timeouts. I'm always working on, if I can gain any edge to work on my craft during TV timeouts, after, possession change, the defense is out there, I go over the corrections, what's going on the field, this is the coverage. Now get up, get 10 catches in, because when you get in the game, I want to hear, well, I ain't caught a ball since pregame warm-up. I'm not trying to hear that. So all the stuff that I did as a player, I'm just trying to give these guys a blueprint to help them have success in their own game.
Hey, Coach, with Tyson being out this last week and him being out of practice, how has he helped the other guys in practice?
Oh, he's been more of a leader. You know, you see him with a script in his hand and helping guys come to the sideline. Hey, try this and do this. Maybe this covers. Did you see it? And that's what's encouraging. I mean, he's one of our leaders on the team. So just to see him in that role, I kind of take back and I'm smiling because, you know, I don't know if last year's JT was doing that, you know. So this year, man, it's eating him up not to be out there. He's working his tail off to try to get on the football field, but when he's not able, he's out there trying to encourage and help his teammates. And that's the side of JT that kind of like a lot of people don't give him recognition for that, but he's gotten better as far as being a great teammate, a great pro, just having the mindset of getting better each and every day he comes on his field.
Hey, Coach, how do you feel Derek's growing this year?
Derek, I love Derek, man. Each and every day this kid just shows up. You want to talk about consistency? He's probably the most consistent, one of our most consistent wide receivers. You know, every time he comes out here, you constantly seeing him being in the right spot, making the plays. You rarely see balls on the ground. I know in that fourth down last, he was mad at himself. He's like, Coach, I got to catch that. You know, it was a bang play, stuff like that. So the fact that, you know, he was upset with himself, this is encouraging. That's what I want to see with all our guys. But, man, I would take Derek every day, man. I love coaching that kid.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to ask you about your time on Dancing with the Stars
Yeah.
and the background of football, how it kind of helped you. And
yeah.
then, you know, kind of, is there anything that you draw from the show that you kind of bring it into your coaching world?
I mean, just the work ethic. Like, you know, dance is hard. I mean, you know, to do the passe doble, well, that's learning how to, you know, spell passe doble. It was difficult to do. But it's just, you know, the fortitude of just putting in hard work, you know, not being the best dancer, but just working your butt off and getting better and doing the best that I can. And it paid off. You know, I'm living proof, man. You know, hard work beats talent, and talent doesn't work hard. Like, I probably wasn't the most talented dancer, but I worked my ass off to try to put myself, and I didn't go into that dancing show trying to win it all. I was just trying not to be the first guy eliminated off the show. But you know, it's just a testament to the hard work, and just, you know, with all the things I've done outside of football, man, I knew I was going to be successful in anything that I do because I worked my tail off. So the same way I was as a player is no different than I am as a coach. I'm in there early, trying to give my wideouts every opportunity to have success, just figuring out ways how to motivate them, how to make sure that they're at their very best, and hopefully I've done enough. You know, on game days, man, my stomach is all messed up. Oh, man, did I do enough? Did I give them the sheets? Did we go over the proper stuff? And as coaches, because it's totally out of my control. But I just like, man, I just pray to God that, yeah, you did the right thing. You gave them the proper prep time and, you know, put it all together. So to see them have success on the football field is encouraging for me because I want them to feel what a little success feels like. You know, where we want to be, no, but I think we can learn from our mistakes. We can learn for, like, you can't think that you're here and then not practicing up to that level. You can't just show up and think you're going to beat people. You got to work at it. So I think that was a great learning lesson for not only our group, but for the entire team. And so I'm excited to see how we respond. Iowa State's in the same predicament. Man, they just lost their first game in a while, first home game. So I know that environment is going to be fired up. And then, of course, a little get back from the championship game. So this is a big game for both teams. So I'm looking forward to seeing how our guys respond, and hopefully we go on the road and still win.
Been a lot of leaders in the room this year. People may not know on the field that well as Kobe Borgate. What has he just kind of brought to your locker room?
Oh, Copeland's awesome, man. Just his mindset of coming each and every day. I see him out here, man. He comes on the field. He doesn't say a lot, but he works hard. I think he's gained the respect from all the players because they look at him like, man, you got so much things going for you outside of football, being a part of like all these camps, 707s, getting his masters and everything. But then he comes out each and every day and gives it his all. And I think by that, just being the leader that he is, man, I think he's gained everyone respect, and I love coaching.
What have you seen from the Iowa State secondary? And when you have seen last year playing in the championship game, do you take any of the film that you saw from that game and kind of use it to help you game plan for this week?
Yeah, their defensive back coach, Hank Poteet, he was my old teammate in Pittsburgh in the championship game. So seeing him, he understood, and I know he's a great coach, coaching those guys. Now, I know they had a couple injuries. I think they're starting 2 cornerbacks are out for the season. There was a third one that's probably not playing in this game as well. So for us, man, we just got to be great at making the routine plays. We don't have to do JT-ish type of catches and craziness. We just got to catch a curl, catch a slam. We get 50-50 balls. We got to come up with them, the contested catches, right? All right, they're going to play their own style of defense, so we just got to be great at making the routine plays. If we do that, we'll have a chance to win this game.
For someone like Jaron Hamilton, who's such a big play person, what do you think? How have you just seen his growth in his fundamentals?
Oh man, I mean, he's so explosive. It's just a matter of just getting Jaron on the same page as far as understanding where we need him to be at certain times, and through that it comes more reps. He needs more reps to understand kind of what we want to get out the concept. But he's definitely a weapon that I think a lot of teams put on notice because of his speed. He has that big playability each and every time he steps on the field. You just never know, that could be a possible touchdown or not. So for me, it's just working on his habits. I just need that to be consistent each and every day. And he's growing and get to that, because in the past, I don't know, sometimes they enable guys to just get away with certain stuff because he's fast. But no, our room, our environment, our culture, you got to do the little things. It's not just you running deep all the time, right? You got to block. You got to block. You know how I am about blocking, right? So if you're not blocking up to the standards that I need you to block, you're not going to get the rock. So it's just point blank. So it's a give and take, right? So, but I love coaching Jaron, man, and I'm going to coach my tail off to try to get him better, man, because we need some plays out of him this game. We need plays out of all the wideouts. So I'm looking forward to the challenge, and hopefully we respond in a good way.
Has he earned the nickname Turbo yet from you?
He's got like alter egos. He's Turbo 1 minute and then he's Jaron the next minute. But listen, you guys call him Turbo. I want everybody to know who he is behind the name, because I think, the nickname is cool, but I want everybody to know who Jaron Hamilton really is, who he is as a person, who he is as a football player. So I'm going to call him by his government name.